Yo, Skeng's much anticipated Beast of the Era is now out. An EP he stated that dancehall needed according to his interview with Dancehall Mag.
Yes, well, we'll see about that.
It's 6 tracks and 15 minutes long. But was it worth listening to given the build-up? Prior to the release, Skeng had been gaining significant international notoriety, particularly in the world's biggest music market, the United States. Not to mention having the queen of rap, Nicki Minaj herself, jump on the remix for Little Miss, giving Skeng his first debut on the US Billboard charts. I mean, Nicki went as far as to call him the future. So you can imagine, as a dancehall fan, I was bare interested in how he'll pave dancehall's future. It was a bit of unfortunate timing that it dropped on the same day as Drake and 21's project, Her Loss. But still, a dancehall, so my expectations were high going into this EP. And boy, I'm not lie, I was slightly let down. When taking a look at the EP's composition, the 6 tracks felt like it was a split down the middle between rap and dancehall. And given that we are in a trap dancehall era, it's not surprising. But if I were to liken it to food, the first 3 tracks felt like rap was the base ingredient of the dish, with sprinklings of dancehall in there if you stayed far and fling it. The first 2 tracks, Demons Awake and New Era, was basically rap with a Jamaican accent and a dancehall cadence and flow. It's True featuring Shensia was again rap, but this time it had a greater mix of the musical elements of dancehall in it. So after hearing the 3 songs, the first thing that came to my mind was, can you really call this dancehall? It's not like it was dancehall with trap flavor. The first 3 tracks felt more like rap with dancehall flavorings. But after continuing, the last 3 tracks, Highway, Idiot and Thug Life, was clearly dancehall. Okay, so let's take a look at the songs themselves. Demons Awake is by far and away the best track on the EP. From the production, jeez, I love a good sample. Then Skeng do him thing with the lyrics. May I tell you, this track set quite a somber tone that if it's not on your playlist, you're slacking. The next song I really like on this EP is It's True featuring Shensia. It definitely have a commercial sound to it that I can see a lot of people liking. Like if it made the charts, I wouldn't be surprised. It's such a vibe. Shensia really done her thing on the hook. And Skeng give you that gritty tone to contrast the almost angelic sound of Shensia. The next track I thought was decent was New Era. It's alright, definitely not a skippable track, but it can't touch Demons Awake and It's True for me. It's mid. Now to the actual dancehall songs, the 4th track Highway, personally, I didn't care for it. It was a skippable track for me. I mean, it's not awful or anything, it just didn't really move me either way. It's one of those songs that you might have on, but you're not really pre it per se. It's just in at the background. Idiot, no, that's a decent track. Clearly one where you can grab your girl and bubble to. Can definitely see it being played at the parties. And then you have the last track, which is Thug Life, which, if you're familiar with Skeng, then yeah, it's a typical Skeng song. It's decent still, you know. Don't get me wrong, it's decent. But it's not a track that you would write home about. Not a track where you go rave about and say, yo, like how Gunman Shift and Gunman Session was. So it did alright. But what did I think about the EP overall? Given the build up, given the hype that was attached to it, it sort of let me down. I was expecting more. Overall, the EP was mid for me. It could have been more impactful. Considering the title and everything, remember it called Beast of the Era. And this supposed to be Skeng leading us into this new era dancehall. So, as an introduction, as the pathway to this new era, it was just okay. The 2 biggest highlights, and I would say playlist worthy songs, are Demons Awake and It's True. The rest of the songs are just decent. And I'm not gonna lie, part of the reason why I'm also let down is that I enjoyed the rap sounding music more than the dancehall one. And a dancehall I went into this EP looking for. So to find out some like the rap songs then more than the dancehall ones was kind of like, then I'd rather go listen Her Loss. And then given that this was an opportunity for Skeng to truly set himself up as Beast of the Era, to truly, it was okay overall, it was mid. But anyhow, let me know what you think. Maybe you might have a different opinion. You listening yet? How did you find the EP?
That's a wrap.